Hi friends, happy June. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I have a whole bunch of life updates for you, but we're gonna jump right into this and I'm gonna do that in another video. This is my art studio. Welcome. We're gonna start on our hands and knees in cat-cow. So find our centers. I'm gonna take a couple deep breaths before we get into it together. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In and exhale. One more. And exhale. Awesome. We're going to go right into cat-cow. So try to plant with all 10 digits. You're going to press into the tops of your feet. Make sure that your hands are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, raise the hips, look to the sky, really stretch out the belly, and on your exhale, round the back for cat pose. Follow your own breath for a couple of cycles as we wake the body up. Inhale. And exhale. Find your center. We're going to curl the toes under, plant the feet, and we're going to just raise the knees by like half of an inch. And then we're going to hover here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, release the feet, send the hips back and the hands forward for child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths. Keep the hands active and reaching while we relax the lower body. Awesome. Rise up from the hands. Return back to a tabletop position. We're going to do a couple of kickbacks. So plant on your left knee and then raise your right. We're going to kick straight back at first, slow. Really engage your core and try to press in evenly on both hands. We're going to kick back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to keep the leg raised, and then we're going to just straight leg up for pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. I'm going to start on the other side, so plant the right knee on the ground, lift the left, and kick straight back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keep it lifted. We're going for pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Release. We're going to go bring our knees as wide as the mat and go back into child's pose. Actively reaching with our hands. You can place the forehead on the mat. Awesome. Return back to tabletop position. We're going to go into a puppy pose. So we're going to bring our hands out further. And we're going to drop down the chest. Bring the hips up to the sky. If you don't have shoulder mobility, you might have to stand up like this for a little bit, but we'll work our way down into this with practice and persistence and patience. Press into the tops of the feet. You can have your chin on the ground if your flexibility allows. Awesome. Return back up. We're going to plant the hands, curl the toes under, and go into downward dog. Start walking the dog, stretching out your hamstrings and your calves. Press into all 5 digits of each hand so that all of the pressure is not on your wrists. When you're ready, find some stillness. Try to drop your heels. Raise your hips further. Find your version of this stretch. When you're ready, we're going to lift the left heel to the sky and bring it all the way, nose to knee, and then step all the way through. We're going to keep that back leg lifted. Look forward, open the chest. Fingertips on the ground. Deep breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to raise up into a high lunge. Hands to the sky. Try to center your hips. And breathe deep. We're going to drop that back heel, shift it to the side, and then open the chest. Still gaze forward, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to go into a reverse warrior. Back into warrior 2. When you're ready, we're going to shift our foot back and return to our high lunge. Then frame the front foot, step into a plank, go through a quick vinyasa, upward dog, back into downward dog. Awesome, we're going to lift our left leg to the sky, nose to knee, all the way through. This time we're pivoting on the back foot, raising into warrior 1. We're going to bring our left knee to our left elbow to our left knee. Raise your right hand above your ear. Smile. We've got this. Awesome. We're going to frame that foot again. Return to a plank. Do another quick vinyasa. Into upward dog. And then return to downward dog. This time we're going to be raising our right foot to the sky. Right heel to the sky. Nose to knee. All the way through. Stay on your toes on the back foot. Open your chest. Breathe deep. And when you're ready, we're going to raise into a high lunge. Square the hips, gaze forward, Lower as low as your body allows. When you're ready, we're going to pivot on the back foot, open up to warrior two. Bring the front hand forward, up and back for reverse warrior. We're going to pivot on that back foot, return back to our high lunge. And then we're going to frame the front foot, step that front foot back. We're in a plank. We're going to lower through another vinyasa, upward dog, and then back to downward dog. You've got this. We're moving our body today. We're going to be raising our right foot again, heel to the sky, nose to knee, and then all the way through. Pivoting on that back foot, raise to warrior one. Squaring the hips, finding your balance. Right elbow is going to go to the right knee. And then left to the sky, left hand to the sky. Awesome. Frame that front foot. Last vinyasa. Lower slowly up into upward dog. Curl the toes under. Find yourself back in downward dog and take 3 deep breaths. Awesome. We're going to step to the front edge of the mat slowly. Feet hip width apart. Find yourself into a forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway lift up. And exhale. Release back to a forward fold. Find your base through your feet and your legs. Strong body as we raise our hands up first. Find your way into mountain pose. Hands by your side, hips are even. Your spine is aligned, neck is straight, and breathe deep. Hands to heart. When you're ready, we're going to drop down into a chair pose. So hands above our head and then lower our hips. Perfect. From here, we're going to shift our weight to our left foot. Hands are going to go into airplane arms. When you're ready, we can start balancing on just our left. And then we're going to shift our right foot all the way back into warrior three. If it's easier to have your hands out in front of you, that's okay. I'm going to work with airplane arms today. We're working on balance and strength in that left leg. We can hold it for 3, 2, 1. Back to our chair pose. Sink deep. Start balancing on that right foot this time. Letting the left heel hover. And then lifting it all together. Find your airplane arms or hands in front of you. Shift back into warrior three. And stay here for 3, 2, 1. We'll find our way back to chair pose. Perfect. Find your way back up to mountain. Take 3 more deep breaths. Perfect. Hands above your head. On your exhale, we're going to nose dive down into a forward fold. Perfect. Plant the hands. Either hop or step the feet back into a plank pose. We're going to breathe into this plank for 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, we're going to shift to our left side, shift to the knife side of the left foot, stack the feet. You're on the left hand as well, and we're in the side plank. Breathe through it. We're almost done. Perfect. We're going to switch to the right side. So shift to the knife side of the right foot and raise up. You can look up at your hand if your balance allows it. If not, gaze forward. Really lift the hips. Perfect. Find your way back to plank. Drop the knees. Lean back into child's pose. Hips back into child's pose. Perfect. From here, we're going to raise up, cross the heels, sit back on your booty, feet out in front of you. We're going to go into a quick boat, then we'll be laying on our back and we'll be finishing off this practice. So you're almost there. We're going to bring our hands behind us, either this way or this way, whatever feels comfortable for you. You can have your fingers in or fingers out. Everyone has a different preference. We're going to lean back, bend our elbows, and as we're doing that, we're going to start lifting our feet off of the ground till our shins are parallel to the ground. Stay here. Or if you want more of a challenge, we're going to lift both hands. Make sure you're lifting your chest, engaging your core, not bending your spine too much. And breathe deep. For 3, 2, 1, release. Going all the way on our back. We're going to do one more strenuous pose, and then we're going to cool down. So plant our feet into the ground, hands by our sides. We're going to lift our hips up into the sky by engaging our glutes. So engage your booty and start slowly lifting your hips to the sky. As you do that, you're going to cross your hands underneath your booty. Open your chest and let your chest rise towards your chin. We're going to hold this bridge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to plant our left foot into the ground well as we lift our right foot to the sky. So straighten your right leg out. So all of the weight is going to be on your left leg. You should really feel it in your left glute. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right. Find your base with the right foot as we lift our left this time. You should be feeling it in that right glute this time. Flex the left foot. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands and lower the hips to the ground. Great work, guys. You're going to take your hand on your belly, one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. We're just going to breathe for 3 seconds. Perfect. All right. Hands back to your side. We're going to bring our right leg, our right knee to the chest and straighten that left leg out long. After all of that leg work today, this should feel good. You can bring it around in circles if that feels good, depending on how open your hips are. Then we're going to open that leg out wide. Open your hips. Perfect. Bring it back into the chest and release. Bringing the left knee into the chest. Doing some circles both ways. And then we're going to take our left hand and open that bent knee outwards. Breathing into it. Perfect. From here, we're just going to go into a quick butterfly, laying butterfly stretch. So your feet are going to be facing together while your knees are angling outwards. You can have your hands on your belly while we breathe through this. Awesome. Take your hands and help lift your legs up out of that butterfly. We're going to bring our left foot and cross it over our right knee. We're going to thread the needle, lift that right thigh up so that your shin is parallel to the ground. Flex that right foot. You should feel a stretch in your left glute and left hip. Release. We're going to switch legs, so our right foot is going to be over our left knee this time. Grab our left thigh with our hands. Shin is parallel to the ground and flexing that foot. Make sure your hips are even, in alignment. Release. Last pose of the day. We're going to reach in between our legs, lift our feet up, grab either your foot, your shin, your toes, whatever your flexibility allows. Lift your feet to the sky and press your knees down. Happy baby. If you want to add a gentle rock, whatever feels good for you today. Awesome. Release it all. We did it. That was a tough one today. I'm proud of you if you made it all the way through. Release your hands and your legs. Shut your eyes for a second and breathe deep into this pose. Thank yourself for going through the whole thing. Find something you're grateful for today and just relax. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will be more consistent from now on, and I can't wait to see you next time.